Ella, how do you explain to people what jazz is? How do you talk about it?
Well, the only way I can think of, I have a way. Maybe we could try.
Let me hear it.
Shop the bitty no one little bitty
A tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I send a letter to my mummy. On the way I dropped it.
I'm so proud to be in class with all of these younger ones coming up. They ain't gonna leave me behind. I'm learning how to rap.
Ella Fitzgerald. Is it Ella, or is it Memorex?
I'll never tell.
From the humble beginnings to awards at the end, Ella Fitzgerald brought a spark of joy and love through music, which has endeared the hearts of many. I'm Judy Davila, and this is Ella, an Appreciation. Throughout the years and to this day, Ella has inspired many women of jazz. She continues to be an inspiration today for performers, students, and educators of vocal jazz. And we'll be hearing from several of them today. Singer Jane Monheit recorded a tribute to Ella, and here she expresses how much Ella inspired her.
There are a lot of things about Ella that are sort of really obvious choices, I think, when we're talking about what inspires us. I think the first thing that comes to mind is her incredible ability to improvise. Nobody did it like her. You know, she learned it from the guys who were creating that language. Do you know what I mean? She learned it from guys like Charlie Parker, you know, and all of the crazy instrumentalists she worked with. So she really was inventing that for vocalists. And then, you know, she swung harder than anybody. She sang ballads with more warmth and love than anyone. But I think, honestly, the thing that inspires me the most about Ella, even as someone who's a total scholar of her singing, is the person she was, because she's renowned for her kindness and warmth. All I hear from people who knew her or worked with her are stories of what an incredible human being she was. And that, to me, is the most important thing in the world. And a huge part, I think, of being a musician, you know, we are servants here. We're servants of art and servants of people and love and all of those things. And Ella brought that into her real life as well. And so I try to do that too. In terms of a favorite recording of Ella's, I could never pick a song, but I can absolutely pick an album, and that's the Duke Ellington Songbook record. The work she did on that record was absolutely insane, especially because, as legend has it, she was singing on regular band charts. Duke hadn't written special vocal charts for her. If you notice when you listen, they're extremely dense arrangements, leaving very little room for her, and she still just like went off and did her thing. She's incredible on all of that album. So that would be my very favorite Ella recording.
Night and stars above that shine so bright, the mystery of their fading light that shines upon our caravan. Sleep upon my shoulder as we creep across the sand, so I may keep this memory of our caravan. This is so exciting. You are so inviting, resting in my arms as I thrill to the magic charms of you. Beside me here beneath the blue, my dream of love is coming true within our desert caravan.
Singer, educator, and Chapman University Vocal Jazz Ensemble director Taryn Ray Carter got to know Ella Fitzgerald's musicality when she started college.
When I started singing jazz back in college, I, of course, had heard Ella Fitzgerald. And my teacher, especially at the time, Kristen Korb, really turned me on to not only her and the Joe Pass records, but also people, obviously, like Sarah Vaughan, Anita O'Day. But what I particularly love about Ella is the way she communicates with anyone she plays with. If you see any live performance, she's always really engaged with the band. And some of my favorite vocalists are the ones that do that, rather than kind of making it feel like they're in front and the band is behind. Even physically, they might be doing that. But when it comes to performing, especially improvising, she's very communicative with the band. That's something I really love, especially her records with Joe Pass. You can really tell over time, the longer they played together, the more comfortable they were, quote unquote, challenging each other with the music and stretching themselves to do what they want with arrangements. And the Joe Pass records, the duos, especially because I do a lot of duo work, it's just really nice to hear a guitarist and vocalist know what they want to do together and not make it sound the same on every tune.
You had plenty money 1922. You let other people make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. You're sitting down wondering what it's all about. If you ain't got no money, they will put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. You had prepared 20 years ago, you wouldn't be wandering now from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too.
Hi, my name is Mary Midhanam, and I'm a jazz singer who attends Fullerton College. The reason why Ella Fitzgerald is one of my favorite singers is because of how timeless her voice is. Whenever you hear a recording with Ella on it, immediately you know, that's Ella. There's something so distinctive about her timbre and her unique voice, and when it comes to her phrasing and the way she swings and the way she communicates a story with her voice, there's something so unique and so special about it. One of my favorite Ella Fitzgerald songs is All of Me. There's so many reasons why I love this song, but one of the biggest reasons is how she improvises on that song. Ella Fitzgerald is not only a beautiful voice, but she's a fantastic scatter, and the way she solos rivals a lot of instrumentalists. I remember learning this solo on All of Me, and I just thought, wow, she's such a fantastic improviser. The way she creates melodic lines that are memorable and easy to sing, but also have a clear direction and a sense of momentum and really take you on a journey.
Taryn Ray Carter, along with Miriam, expressed the same affection for the song All of Me.
One of my favorite recordings is her famous recording of All of Me with the big band. I think that one's great because it shows off not only her ability to sing a big band arrangement very uniquely. In a big band arrangement, you're kind of held in a box to that specific arrangement, but she never lets it stop her from doing what she wants to do. So if you listen to it, there's a lot of different types of places where she has the ability to improvise. Especially they do a stop time towards the end of the tune, but that's probably my favorite recording of hers.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. You're good cry. How can I go on, dear, when without you? You do the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
Hi, I'm Rosanna Eckert. I admire Ella Fitzgerald for so many reasons. First, her music had a huge impact on the world, and she continues to be one of the most popular jazz singers of all time, if not arguably the most popular. And I think it's because her music was for everyone. Everyone loved her music. It was fun and joyful. It was also beautiful and soothing. And it was spontaneous and virtuosic. She was incredible. And she worked really, really hard. And she created such an impressive body of work. And she just kept evolving and evolving and evolving and getting better and better. It's certainly how I strive to be as a vocal artist. It's hard to say if I have a favorite track of hers. I certainly love everything she's recorded. But Airmail Special is definitely a favorite of mine. It was just so fun and swinging and exciting. I love it. Los Angeles-based singer and educator Kathy Siegel Garcia had considered how much her talent influenced her, and it was who Ella worked with that brought Kathy much joy.
Well, I grew up listening to Ella Fitzgerald. She was one of my main influences. And years later, when I listened back to her, I realized all the subtleties that she was capable of making sound incredibly easy. And whether she sang ballads or scatted or sang with an orchestra or a small group, she always used these beautiful subtleties. And I think that's part of why she was so popular. She made it sound easy and beautiful. And if you were really into the music and jazz, you would know why she was doing it or how she was doing it. So there's so many recordings of her that are so great. But some of my favorite videos on YouTube are Frank Sinatra featuring Ella Fitzgerald. So it's his show and he's featuring her. And oh my God, like just for instance, The Lady is a Tramp. You can't help sit there and smile.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. Loves the theater, but she never comes late.
I never bother with people I hate. That's why the lady is a tramp.
Doesn't dick dice games with barons and earls.
I won't go to Harlem in ermine and pearls.
She won't dish the dirt with the rest of those girls. That's why the lady is a tramp.
I love the free, fresh wind in my hair.
Life without care.
I'm broke.
That's so.
Hate California, it's cold and it's damp.
That's why the lady is a tramp.
Oh yeah, I go to Coney.
The beach is divine.
I root for the Dodgers.
The bleachers are fine.
Still following true.
And she reads every line. That's why the lady is a tramp.
Chicago-based singer Lisa McLaury mentions Ella's technicality and breaks down her favorite song by Ella.
What inspires me about Ella Fitzgerald? Wow. Where do I start? First of all, the undeniable purity of her tone. is just something so inspirational and so attractive. Her timing, the impeccable diction, her phrasing, her intonation, her improvisational ability, particularly in her horn-like scatting, all of those things combined, and just her essence, the class. It had so much class. My favorite Ella Fitzgerald song, it has to be How High the Moon. And you know, I remember the first time I heard that song, I was in a college course, and we were listening to all the great women of jazz, Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan, and they played Ella's How High the Moon. I was blown away. I remember the particular version that I heard was off Lullabies of Birdland, and the song starts out very casual, kind of a casual stroll, and then it hits into high gear just in time for Ella's epic scat solo, and where she references licks from Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker and some of the other big musicians of the bebop era. Ella will always be my personal first lady of song.
High the moon is the name of the song. How high the moon, though the words may be wrong, we're singing it because you asked for it, so we're swinging it just for you. How high the moon, does it touch the stars? How high the moon, does it reach up to Mars? Though the words may be wrong to this song, we're asking how high, 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 high is the moon. Boo, 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 dee, dee, doo, da, boo, 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 doo, dee, doo, dee, dee, doo, dee, doo, boo, boo, doo, dum, 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 dee, boo, boo, bee, dee, dee, doo, da, boo, bee, boo, boo, bee, ba, ba, boo, oh, bee, da, ba, bee, boo, la, da, dee, da, ba, boo, bee, dee, dee, doo, dee, dee, doo, 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 ba, bee, bee, da, boo, ba, dee, bee, ba, ba, boo, ba, bee, ah, baby, oh, ba, baby, oh, bee, ba, bee, oh, doo, dee, doo,